Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'll be talking about the fact that Joseph Gordan-Levitt may be Sandman. Now, when I say Sandman, I don't mean as in one of Spider-Man's villains. I'm talking about the Sandman from the DC Vertigo company. So this Sandman is one of the more darker adult um characters. He's a bit of an anti-hero, basically. He basically ran from 89 to 96, so that's about 6 years, I believe. Um, 7 years. It was more of a cult hit, cause he was more one of those underground type of characters, and yeah. So, and during his run, he actually outsold both Superman and Batman, which is pretty incredible considering that Superman and Batman are both DC's most major hits. And this Sandman is also DC, and it's actually under its one of its subdivisions or sub companies, which is named Vertigo. So this Sandman is basically you know the Lord of Dreams. And the reason is because he's like the type of Sandman that your parents used to tell you about when you're little, to go to sleep. That go to sleep soon, or the Sandman's gonna come here and put you to sleep, type of thing. So he's known as Lord of Dreams, and Sandman and all that. He's also known. He's also known or goes by the name of Morphius. He's basically the personified for dreams, or persona for dreams. And basically, some one of the key points you have to know about him is that he's been imprisoned for close to 70 years. I mean, he's basically an entity, so it's not exactly a ghost, but I wouldn't call him a ghost, but he's some kind of an entity. So yeah. Um, what's most likely to happen, in my opinion. Now, I haven't really read any Sandman, comics or paperback covers or whatever, or anything like that. But I do know a little bit about him. A little bit the history. So just a 70 years thing. And I know he's also in this like gang or team. Though I can't recall the name at the moment. So yeah, now if they do end up making, I mean, they've already sort of confirmed there is gonna be a Sandman movie. But if they do, once through the process and the storytelling and all that for the movie, I think the route they're gonna go is maybe it's probably the Prelude series, or like the first part, which is basically Sandman's introduction. It's like, I think it's like the first 10 issues for the thing. I may be wrong. I think it's 8, 9, 10, somewhere around there. Um, yeah, that's basically the introduction, who he is. So yeah, now Joseph Gordon-Levitt, compared to this Sandman character and like how he looks, he really doesn't look like he could pull off Sandman. I mean, he does look like he does actually have the facial structure. I mean, he does kind of have facial structure like those, that kind of skinny nose like here, and then a little bit wider here. You know, he does have like the eyes a little similar, but I think one of the key significant or the features for Sandman is his hair, because it's all long and overgrown. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't really have his overgrown. Now, granted, they could just uh, make this Sandman, short hair, or he could grow his hair. But, we probably won't see a Sandman till maybe 2016, 2017. So yeah, and really 2017 is when the Justice League movie is gonna happen, if it even happens. and I will be doing a video sometime in the future discussing that, my opinions, if a Justice League movie would ever happen. So yeah, I mean, for now, I mean, since the movie probably won't come out for another 2 or 3 years, I think it's safe to assume that he's in the talks for it. He's in negotiations. Um, I mean, for now, we can't expect much out of it. But once we get more information on the Sandman and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and if he really is gonna be playing Sandman, because he was also in the talks for Ant-Man, but that seems to be going to Paul Rudd. So, yeah. So, comment below on your thoughts. Do you think a Sandman movie is gonna work out? Do you think Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is a good candidate for this horror fantasy character? Because that's basically what he is. One of these quote horror fantasy characters. Do you think it's gonna work out? Do you think a Sandman movie is gonna work out and all that stuff? And if you don't think it's gonna be the Prelude, which contains like the first 10 issues, of the for the movie, which storyline do you think they're gonna follow then? Comment that down below too. If you're new around here, subscribe to my channel. I do have other videos, on superheroes and comics. I review comics, I also review TV shows, I also review movies, and a bunch of other stuff like that. Um, and yeah, to your friends, families, and neighbors about me and the possibility of a Sandman movie, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'll put a link below in the description, one or two links below in the description, for where you could find a little bit more information on this, because this actually seems pretty cool. One's gonna be from Variety, and the other one's gonna be from Movie Pilot. So yeah. So I'll leave those two links down in the description below for those who prefer reading it. And yeah, share on Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Vine, Twitter, whatever you guys prefer. And check out my channel if you're new around here. And yeah, this is Daniel Mart signing off.